So let me get this. So do I have to, if I blow the button? Hey, Spencer's Vlog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Spencer's Vlog. How are you guys doing? I'm good. I really don't have a live schedule for tonight because hey, Mrs. RJ, how are you? Yeah, I really don't have a set schedule for today. Yes. Hey, Chef Andre, how are you guys doing? But I've been getting a lot of messages on continuing the talks. Hey, bro, welcome. Good to have you here. CDTV, hey, good night. How are you? Welcome. I think you are a new subby. Welcome to the family. Hashtag one family. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So I'm on here tonight because I know we scheduled the month of April. Sorry, the month of April is set aside for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, yeah? But it's finished now. The month of April is finished. But I've been getting a lot of, hey, Jordan Francis, how are you doing? Hey, love, it's time with, okay, hey, how are you? Time with Rochelle. It's always a pleasure to have you over here. But I was saying, the month of April was set aside for the Sexual Assault Awareness Month. However, I've been receiving overwhelming messages to continue, discussing the topic. I think I was making mention that last week, and I still have survivors that wants to share their story as well, and I don't want to take that away from them. Okay, so I am thinking I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna leave it up, and then you guys, could comment and say, continue going or no, let it rest. All right. And then majority obviously rules. Like I say continue once you have the content and drive to go on. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Rochelle. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But yes, and then I kind of I'm like, oh my God, like it feels so weird, because I got into the swinger thing. Hey, welcome. How are you? Elaine. And Tuber Chat, welcome. Thanks so much for coming over. I just came on here, but like I said, it was really weird, because I got into the habit of, 8 o'clock coming on here, praying, spreading awareness, and talking to you guys. It kind of got a little bit weird this evening for me as I was coming close to the time. Like, oh my God, but yeah, I do have more. I have a lot more that I could share. And there's a lot more in the banner for me to share. And there's other survivors that want to share their story as well. And like I said earlier, I don't want to take that away from them. So yeah, I'm recording this video, I'm live on this video to say, what does everybody have to say? All right, what is everybody saying? I know it's hard. It's a hard topic for a lot of people to really hear about constantly, and all of that. But yeah, awareness is a must. Awareness must happen. So on that note, and me continuing to spread awareness around the topic. Hey, Ray J, Ray J, RJ. Hey, RJ, Jenna, welcome. How are you doing? I was just here saying, I'm getting a lot of overwhelming. I don't want to use the word overwhelmed because I don't want to make it seem like I'm somehow bothered by it. But I'm getting a lot of requests to continue. Time with Rochelle, I'll just say yes, continue. What do you think? So that's what I'm on here, to kind of get it, not only her, but Some of the survivors reached out to me. Sharglo was one of them that reached out to me as well to say, you know what, continue, keep going, because it's actually helping people. And that's what people are saying, you know, it's actually helping me. To one, stop blaming myself, and then others are saying, you know what, there's a lot of things I didn't know, and I am now becoming aware of it. And that was my original goal, why I set out to do the Sexual Assault Awareness Month awareness. That's why I kind of jumped on it. But I kind of wanted to, you know, probably hear what you guys had to see. How did you guys feel about it? So that's why I'm on here, because, yeah, this is my binder. Yeah, that is my binder with information. So, yeah, I don't, you know, it's not that I don't have information. I really do. Oh, by the way, guys, like the live as you come in, like up the live, like up the live. All right. And yeah, that's really why I'm on here. But since I didn't think that I have no intent to really share anything tonight. I really just want to come on here and talk to you guys because I miss you guys already. I really do. I really do miss you guys. Hello, Bailey. Bailey Squad. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah. How is everyone doing? How's your weekend going? I hope everyone has been doing okay. I know it's a really, really tough time out there right now. So I hope that everyone is doing okay. I really do hope so. Everyone good. Everyone really good on their end. I think you should continue. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, RJ. I will definitely get into consideration. Not to consideration. I really, oh my head. I'm really paying attention to that. I'm really paying attention to that. Oh yeah, and then Cody Seychelles, she also reached out to me just today to say, you know what, if it's even once in a while, you know, just remind the people. Good night, hon, the Cam fam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please remember to click the like button as you enter, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Normally I'm not very interactive with the comment section because you guys know once I start talking, you know, I don't want to lose my train of thoughts. But yeah, I really do. Okay. I really do think that is something I need to definitely continue to do in spreading awareness about sexual assault. Come October, it is Sexual Violence Awareness Month. Come October, that's when I will definitely be doing a live. I'll definitely be spreading awareness that time as well. But yeah, I will continue. I will continue until, yes, I hear the spirit says, okay, that's enough, you know? I feel like, you know, there's enough information out there for people so people can have to either that will help survivors, or if it doesn't help survivors, it's for the community. Last week, actually, I said I was going to talk about the different kind of sexual assault, and I don't think I really touched too much on the different types of sexual assault. I really didn't last week. I think I mentioned only one, which was the coercing. The topic goes a long way because it's still happening to people as we speak. So you should. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. So yes, most definitely, I will continue. Hey, Willows. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Teresa, welcome. How are you, my love? Thank you for coming. Jesus Data Hunt, showing my love. Jesus Data, do you have a live like right now? sorry, EZWTV. Welcome, 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 guys. Remember to like up the live. All right, I won't be on here for very long. I really won't. I just wanted to really get you guys' opinion on if I should continue. Like I said, people have been reaching out to me to say, you know what, continue. Because Tuesday that went by, I said it was going to be my last. Oh yeah, we are on different time. I forgot. But yeah, so at 9 o'clock, yeah. But and I was just saying that for this topic about sexual assault, you know, people were reaching out to me about it, that I should continue. So yes, I am definitely going to continue going with it. I'm definitely going to do it. Now that you guys are saying, yeah. Plus everybody else that reached out to me. So I will definitely continue to do it. I didn't have anything planned for tonight to really discuss. I didn't discuss last week what topic that I should have last week, but nonetheless, I think I'll go back to my regular Tuesdays and Saturdays to discuss it. All right, guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I've seen, you know, results from the live, which I really, oh God, good night, chilling with Ali and Mali, which I really give God thanks for, because I've seen results. I've seen a lot of results, and I give God thanks for that. I really give God thanks that I seen results. Where spreading the awareness was concerned, I really see people said, you know, oh my God, I didn't know this, or I didn't know that. And I give God all the glory for it. I give God the glory because it's by no means my choice. Sorry, I just had, it's not kiss cake, but there were cupcakes for the kiss cake challenge. And boy, I'm telling you, the sugar in it, oh my God, it makes me so sick. So it's giving me like a migraine right now because there was so much sugar in the kiss cake. It's not kiss cake, it's like kiss cake. We couldn't get the kiss cake. Oh my God, why is it so expensive to ship from Jamaica? It is ridiculous. Like, we went on these different websites trying to get, well, obviously now by this time, I'm not gonna go get kiss cake to pay shipping for just kiss cake. So I was getting other little things in my basket, and boy, may I tell you, the bill was already $100 and something. By the time I finished, I done pick up all the little knickknacks, whatever, and they still wanted me to pay like $60. $60 for shipping. I'm like, where? No, I'm spending that much money. I don't know. Oh my God. Like, my head is ripping off as we speak. You guys just see the video. Like, I literally only had 2. I was like, oh my God, there's so much sugar in the cake. Oh my God. But yeah, so it's giving me a migraine right now. But yeah, so yes, guys, I am going to continue. So spread the word. And if you are a survivor and you want to share your story, please feel free to come up and do so. You don't feel forced. I just know that sometimes talking about it does help. It doesn't only help you to release that, but it's also helping to spread awareness. It answers a lot of their questions without them asking it when we come forward and speak, right? They get to understand why we will protect our abusers. They get to understand why we their famous question, why we take so long to talk. You know, we answer a lot of their questions sometime when we share our story. Not that we owe anybody our stories, but you know, sometimes because of ignorance, people go through life saying and doing the wrong things because they don't have the knowledge. As the scripture says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Like, when you lack knowledge, it's a big thing. And then the thing is that we struggle with, we don't like to read. We don't read. I don't want to say we, because I read. But we don't like to read, right? We always miss because we don't read, we don't have, we're misinformed, and we don't have information because we don't read, right? Because of that one thing, we don't read, so we don't have knowledge around certain things, so therefore we spew a lot of ignorance when it comes to especially the topic of sexual assault. Hey, Mystic Sensation, welcome, welcome, welcome. Chilling with Ali and Mally. I think yes, I said hello already. All right, but yeah, my husband and my one of my friends, they're outside there doing a challenge for her YouTube channel. But we're in here. Sorry, I'm in here because I miss you guys. I really do. I really miss you guys. Like I'm there and I'm like, oh my God. You know, I would be on live right now talking to you guys about it. One of my friends reached out to me and she said, I wish one of my friends as if I have a lot of those. I really don't. But yeah, one of my friends reached out to me and she said she don't know how I was able to sit through listening to people's testimony and it didn't bother me. And honestly, it's not that I wasn't bothered. It's not that it was easy to listen to, but listen, especially for the field that I want to go into, I'm going to hear stories like these a lot. And at the end of the day, I have to maintain my level of being a professional. I cannot break down and cry with the client. I cannot snap in front of the client. Like, we have our things that we do to calm ourselves down when we're listening to these stories, right? Like me, like I don't know if you guys realize that sometimes I might rock. Like that's a way that that's one method that I use to calm myself down. Or sometimes I'm really pushing my toes down into the carpet when it gets too hard for me to listen to. Or like for my mom was really like I had to hide a couple times behind the phone because I felt when I was getting choked up by her testimony. Nonetheless, it's really hard. It's hard to do. It's really, really hard to do. And because it's hard to do, I appreciate everyone that came out and shared. I especially appreciate those of you guys that sat through, all those stories. She was like, it wasn't easy for her, and she literally had to leave the live. Now, something else that she said to me was that should I say that? I don't think I should, but I want to say that I did this because I'm doing this because of survivors, because I am a survivor. Come. It's okay. But yeah, Hey, Cassie. Good night, sister. Yes, continue. Carmen, welcome, welcome. Cassie's Corner, welcome, welcome. Hey, Duffus family. Good night, Mrs. Hibbert. Good night. Yes, I will definitely continue, sister. I will definitely continue. YouTuber, I'm trying to also. Okay. But yes, so my drive comes from my own suffering. It comes from my own pain. It comes from me being isolated. It comes from, when you know that there's a greater God out there, you really don't stop to really think that, hey, you have moved past the pain, not moved past the pain. You have moved past you at this point. You see that there's a greater need to make sure that sexual assault doesn't continue. You see the greater need for these things to happen. So this is where my drive comes from. This is where my determination comes from, where there's a greater need to stop this. There's a greater need to spread the awareness. That's where the greater need is, right? It's not in necessarily what people have to say, because we could care less. I could care less at this point. I had to develop thick skin. I had to develop that, right? I had to really develop that, where what they say didn't get to me and don't bother me, because I learned to love myself throughout this process. I've learned to love myself. I've learned to know that I deserve love. I'm also capable of loving, right? And I deserve love. And that's something I wasn't aware of. I wasn't aware of that I needed good friends around, true friends, loyal friends. I did not take that into consideration, because throughout my life, again, I've been abused, right? And because I've been abused throughout all my life, I did not think that I was worthwhile. My husband or my children, like, somehow I felt like I didn't deserve that. But yeah, I'm doing this because I know that there's people still stuck where they are. There's still people stuck in hating themselves. There's still people stuck with, if just being them, or in general, just being them and who they're supposed to be. There's people still stuck in it because of this thing, right? But yeah, I just know that right now this is my assignment. This is my assignment, but not because it's my assignment, that doesn't mean that, it's easy on my end either. It's not easy, because one thing I could tell you guys, like, these people, they monitor every time I post. They monitor because I still know that they're snakes. Until God reveal who they are to me, I have to just chill back. But I still know that there's snakes that watches my stuff, bring back my stuff, and then all of a sudden it becomes about, people. And honestly, like, it's not about you guys. It's really not. It's not. It's really, 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 oh my God. It's really for my survivors out there. Bro, sis, my energy is very low because of that sugar. Like, my head, oh my God. My head is tearing off. I don't do that excess sugar thing. I really don't do it. Because it makes my head really hurt me. But yeah. It's like I was saying, it's not easy on my end, because every time I post, every time I make a video, people want to take it and make a mischief with it. And it's honestly, it's not about my abusers or your abusers. It's really not about them. And they need to get that through their head. They really need to get that. Me coming on here has nothing to do with them, and everything to do with people like myself. Everything to do with people like myself. If you are now watching my the videos and the stories or whatever, and you somehow feel convicted, you take that up with Jesus, honey. Please, I'm begging, I'm imploring, please. I have forgiven. Sorry, let's fix that. I'm working on letting go and forgiving. I'm working on it. It is still a challenge for me. I will not push anybody or force anybody. But so I think it was Tyler Perry that says, unforgiveness is drinking. I don't remember who. I think I'm quoting. I don't even think, but I'm quoting somebody. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison. It's like you drinking the poison and hoping that somebody else will die from the poison. That's what it is. For me, I don't try to enforce or push anything on anybody. I just try to live my life. I try to put the information that I have out there, and it's up to you what you do with that information. And that's what it comes down to for me at the end of the day. So I'm me saying I'm working on forgiving them. It's not me saying you need to forgive your abusers, right? The Christian way is to say we should forgive. That's the Christian way to life. But sometimes we have to take into consideration, and what does these people mean when they're asking you to forgive somebody? Their way of forgiveness is that you stop talking about it, because every time you talk about it, it is bothering them. Yes, His Excellence is who your cortex is. Yes, yes, yes. You guys always hear me talk about His Excellency. That man, like, I would not be sitting right here right now talking to you guys if I did not meet that man. Just take it as I tell you. You guys look on me and you guys say, oh my God, you're so strong, you're so this, you're so that, you're so whatever. And I cannot take all the credit. I give God the praise, but God has sent a man on this earth. And I'm telling you, I would not be sitting here. I would still be stuck in the lie that I lived for years. I would still be stuck there. I will still be stuck there. I will still keep lying to myself, telling myself that I'm okay. I will just have my meltdown and my breakdown, and just my husband deals with it. But come, when it was ever time for church or whatever, like, I put on my clothes and, do what I have to do like it's nobody's business. And that's what I want to say. Like, pretending to be okay won't make you okay. Pretending to be okay won't make you okay. Prioritize your mental health. Prioritize that. Because I guess I'm on here and I am talking to my survivors tonight. But prioritize your mental health. And this might look like you have to cut off some people. People that you've known for years, people that you've probably slept in their bed, wore their clothes, you name it. You ate from their plate, they ate from yours. You understand what I'm getting. But for survival's sake, for the sake of surviving, you will need to cut ties with all these people. Hey, ASMR Eyes, Twin and Talkers, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you guys ever so much. Thank you guys for coming by. But as I was saying, we most definitely need to prioritize our mental health. And I'm saying this to say that I am not saying that you should forgive them. I'm not saying when it comes to sexual assault, I for one cannot push anybody. I don't know how to push people to say go and forgive your abusers. I don't know. To me, that's me controlling their healing process. That's me controlling it. The Christian way and the godly thing to do is to forgive. That's the right way. And like I said, I'm working on it. I'm a Christian and I love God, and I'm working on it daily, secondly, minutely, hourly. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Just this week, my sister say, she was sharing something. She said, what does the Bible say about forgiveness? And that has provoked my spirit. It has provoked my spirit in a way where I've been thinking about it. Like, you know what? I need to work a little bit harder where forgiveness is concerned towards my abuser. I need to work on it. But you know what makes it hard? And I want to echo this. Hey, Simple Things Outreach Media, welcome, welcome, welcome. Time with Rochelle, you're here with the correct account. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. See, this is why I don't. This is why I don't read, and then because then I lose my train of thoughts. But as you guys realize, Andre's not in the comment section. But yeah, because this wasn't scheduled. I just really wanted to come on here and say, should I really continue with this thing? But like I said, all the message that I received, and I wanted to hear what my YouTube family had to say about me continuing with this. And so far everybody say yes, keep going, keep going, keep going, which is awesome because like I said, so yes, I remember no one else gonna say. So forgiveness. I think a lot of our ideas of forgiveness is that we need closure with people. And sometimes we have to get that own closure within ourselves because some people will never apologize. Some people will never be sorry or never say sorry. Some of them will never admit to what they have done to you. Some of them will never do it. So that's what I'm trying to process in my head right now. Accepting an apology that I will never get. That's what I'm processing. Accepting an apology that I will never get. That's what I'm processing. I'm also processing right now that closure. The closure. Come be. I'm also processing that closure by myself and with myself. I'm processing that closure because you will not get that closure that you need sometime. And this goes for all kind of relationship or situationship or whatever. But specifically, I'm speaking to my abuser. I'm talking to myself, and I hope that you guys can listen and take something from it. I'm not forcing no forgiveness down nobody's throat that you need to forgive, because I can't control your healing process. I can't. I can only tell you where I'm at, what's working, what I'm working at currently, and then that's the next thing for me to quote it because it's in the Bible. Say, oh, forgive. And it's another thing to be true about it. And that's one thing I took away. If I didn't take away anything else from therapy, was that, hi, mommy, welcome. If anything I took from therapy was this: allow yourself to feel the anger, allow yourself to feel the hate, allow yourself to feel the cry. Every emotion, you embrace that. Embrace whatever you feel, minus self-hate, minus self-harm, minus suicide. Because we don't want another victim. We don't want any more victims. We want victors and survivors. That's what we want. And I feel like me saying this gives hope, in the sense where I'm being brutally honest to say, hey guys, like, look, I'm not all there yet. Even as a Christian, I'm not all there yet. Because guys, sometimes I'm telling you, it's hard. Sometimes, some days it's so hard. It's so hard when you think, how come so-and-so don't love me enough to confess, to admit, to repent, to say they're sorry? How come? But like I said, that closure needs to happen with you, with yourself. That's where that closure needs to take place. With you. Because some of them will not apologize. Some of them will never be sorry. Some of them will never say sorry. And that's what I'm processing in my mind. That's currently where I'm at in my healing journey. Processing that, getting the closure with myself, not with my abuser, not with the people them that knows that he abused me, and you're still, as it were, in the background cheering him on as his cheerleader. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And that's all we can do as survivors. Get up every day and work on it. Get up every day, and for the even the days when you can't work on it, even the days when you can't work on it, don't feel bad. Hey, Miss Tara, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you, Miss Tara. But of course, you know that. But for the days that we cannot do anything as it pertains to our healing journey, and then you know what was hard for me in healing, what's one of the hardest part of me trying to heal or trying to cope, is those days when you felt like you got over something. It's those days when you feel like, yes, I have conquered this trigger. And then something happens and you are right back. You feel like you go right back to square one. And that's why I said it's so important for us to celebrate. Celebrate when you realize that you have conquered something. Because you might conquer it today, and that same thing might show up next week, and you're a mess. You are a mess. Hey, Trina, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to have you here. It's very, very good to have you here. But I was saying, sorry, I keep closing my eyes because that sugar boy, no, sir. Like sugar, I think it's called a sugar rush. Like I have a little migraine as I'm speaking. But like, honestly, like, closure needs to be with you and for yourself. You won't get closure from some people. You won't get it. Some people won't give you that closure. Because what we're hoping to get from that closure, it won't happen. We won't hear it. Some of them won't give it to you. Some of them aren't decent enough, aren't human enough. Some of them are as evil as what they have done to you. Some of them, they have done it and they realize they have made a mistake, or they have messed up. I don't want to call it a mistake. But some of them realize that, you know what, like something is wrong with me and I need the help. Some of them would realize that and really try to apologize. And some of them will take the stance of, I don't care. I don't business. And I had to come to grips with reality that my abuser he doesn't care. He doesn't business. Regardless of who I am to him, he doesn't care. He doesn't business. And for me to have start that healing journey, something I had to do and something I actually prayed was to say, God, I don't want his blood to be my blood. That was one thing I prayed. I was asking God to sever the tie. The tie. I asked God, I said, God, like just everything. And I had to take my time little by little, little by little. My children that he claims, are the same children that he allows people to send out bad prayer against. It's the same children, mother, that he's not even willing to fess up hurting. It's the same children's mom. But again, like it's something that I have to work on with me, because forgiveness is not for them, it is all for you. It's not, and me saying this is not to convince any survivor to forgive their abusers. Because again, I cannot control your healing journey, because I have to take my time, and I'm still not there yet. I'm still not there yet, but I'm just breaking down my process of forgiveness towards my abuser. I'm breaking down my process. Thing is, when the assault was happening, I really hated him. There was a time that I really, really hated him. And then I got over that hump. And then that hump, you know, we sometimes you can bury things. You can bury things sometimes. And then something happens and trigger it, and then whatever you bury just pops up out of the ground. And when that things come, you have to face it. You have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. There's no going back. You have to deal with it. And then that's the point where I had to deal with it. I couldn't just, every time I got triggered, I break down, I cry, or I found some weed and smoke it, or my husband had to deal with it, or I couldn't just do that. Just a praying mom, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is great to have you here. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Just a praying mom. I really like that name, Just a Praying Mom. But honestly, like, that's where I'm at in my healing journey. Processing how one man can be so wicked. I'm processing it. I'm processing the lengths that he has gone. I'm processing that. And that's the next thing too. Like, it's one thing to do what you have done, or to do what he has done. But to the lengths, and that's just me. I'm taking my time and I'm processing it. I'm processing the forgiveness, the sorry that I will never hear. I'm processing. Gilmore Jarrett, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's fantastic to have you here. As you guys see, I was saying, should I continue? This is my binder, guys. There's so much things I didn't cover for the whole month because I got survivors and they started sharing. And as a result of that, I didn't get through my binder. And people kept reaching out to me to say to me, you know, I should continue. And time with Rochelle, RJ, my sister, Jermaine, my mom, I know she has my back 100,000,000%, that I should continue with this. And other people have reached out to me that I really need to continue because it's helping them, whether it's survivors or just people that are not survivors. It's helping them. Hey, Nick's World, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Tanisha. So yes, as you guys said, I was just asking my YouTube family, you know, should I continue with the awareness? Should I continue? So that's why I'm on here, and in me being here, just waiting around for you guys to come. I just started talking about, you know, where I'm at in my healing journey. And as I was saying, I'm not forcing anybody to forgive their abusers because I can't control your healing journey. Because when you're saying that you need to heal, you need to get better, you need to get over it, that's you trying to control somebody's healing journey. That's you trying to control that aspect and that part. Mind you, survivors cope. But we always remember, we cope. We learn how to breathe a little bit better when we have the anxiety attacks. We learn how to deal better with our PTSDs. We learn better how to allow her husbands to love us, how to be mothers. That's cope. We cope. Because this is a pain. This is a pain that becomes a scar. And your scar, you can always see your scar. So it's always there. It's always there. Your scar is not like, it doesn't go, oh Lord, let there be lights, no more in darkness. Mr. Duffus just gonna turn on the light for me, so light, she said. Woo. But yeah, it was me not being in the bright light was helping my migraine a little bit. It really was. But it was the sugar. It's the sugar. The sugar was really, really bad. But yeah. So that's where I'm at in my healing journey. Right now, it's just currently. So I don't know if you guys saw that story when I was talking about being taken off a program. So, like, I literally sat there watch him. You see? I literally sat there. Whether they say it or not. Thank you so much, Miss Tara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will definitely continue. Thank you. But like I remember sitting there and I never knew that this man's voice would be a trigger. But I sat there for as long as I could until my husband came and got me. And I sat there, and as I sat there, like I was triggered. And like I was crying, I was there crying, and I'm like, Jesus, and I'm crying and I'm shaking, having an anxiety attack, anxiety attack right there, because I heard his voice. And that's what I'm saying, like that part of healing, it is when you're healing and then you felt like you have overcome something, or it doesn't matter if you see them or you hear them, when you feel like you have overcome that hump, and then you realize that it's still a factor, sometimes we can be so down on ourselves, in a sense, forgetting how far we have come or how far we have came. Child, I'm not making no sense. Yes, I am. But we forgot how far we have come. That's it, right? Helping someone to lift up his or herself. Thank you so much, Miss Tara. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Remember that you also have silent listeners. Thank you so much, Miss Tara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Andre is in the comment section with him big itself. But yeah, I was saying where we have to get that closure with ourselves. We really, hey, Miss B, welcome. I know I wasn't scheduled to really be on here, but I really wanted to get my YouTube's family opinion on should I continue, because Lord Jesus, people are saying, you know what, continue, I need the help, whatever. So I just came on here for a little bit, and I also missed you guys. I really did miss you guys, because I normally come on this time around 8 o'clock, you know, talk to you guys, go through my binder, or we will listen to a survivor share their story. So I was just like, oh my God, I miss you guys. And yeah, so I'm just on here, you know. And as I'm on here waiting, I'm just here sharing where I'm at in my healing journey. Yeah, do you guys have any questions for me though? Like, I'm here blabbering. You guys have any questions for me? I will be more than happy to answer them if you guys have any questions for me. you can ask me anything around the topic of sexual assault, anything that I said as I went through, my discussions and it wasn't clear or you didn't really understand it. You can feel free to ask me, and I will understand. I will answer the question. Lord, what's wrong with me? That sugar rush. I'm telling you, that sugar rush. But yeah, I was saying, and so it's not, for me, I'm not only working on forgiving my abuser. Yeah, I'm also working on forgiving the people that's a part of the rapeologists that are around him. I'm also working on that too. I'm also working on forgiving those that know that he did sexually abuse me or he did sexually assault me, and they are acting like they don't know what's going on. They are quick to draw for all the scriptures in the Bible to justify his behavior, to say, judge not lest he be judged. Let he that is without sin cast the first stone. And don't touch the Lord's anointing, this prophets no harm. All the jibber jabber, all the garbage. I'm working on forgiving those people as well. I'm working on it. And for you, the journey might be the same thing. But keep working on it. Don't stop. Don't stop. At the end of the day, God sees us and he knows where we're at. He knows that we genuinely want to release these people from our spirits. But then for the days when I struggle to be a mother, it's hard. For the days when I struggle to be a wife, to be intimate with my husband, it's hard. For the days when I would like to just go out and not worry about my children or not be so protective of my children, it's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard when people know, and like I think I mentioned last week that they had a prayer line. And on that prayer line, their cultic prayers was against me and my family. And people that knows I'm not telling any lie, people that knows I'm telling the truth are on there saying amen. People that knows I'm not lying are on there praying. And you might say, so how you know this? If you're obviously you're not a part of the prayer group, or you're not this, or you're not that. And as I'm telling you about your support system, as I'm telling you, and I stress that so much, because you see, in your healing process, your support system, if you don't know who they are, it can make or break you. It could make or break you when you don't know what your support system is. When you're not aware or certain who they are, it could make or break you. It could make or break you, let me tell you. When you don't know, when you're not certain. And in that time of uncertainty, you want to pull back from everybody a bit. You want to pull back from everybody. And people will be loyal until that, or people are supporting until it comes to the test. Until it comes to the test for them to prove their support to you. So I want to say, I'm working on also forgiving those people. They know themselves. When I can share my story and when I can put out text message, I won't put their names out there and I won't put their phone numbers out there. But I will read a text message. and they won't know who it came from, who they are. I won't call their name because, people can say, they're gonna leak, they're gonna sue, and they're gonna this, they're gonna that, whatever, whatever. Or maybe I need to look deeper into that. What are the do's and don'ts around that? But you guys will be surprised. You guys will be surprised. And that idea of sexual assault really does mess us up. That idea, the thing that it really does mess us up. Because for some people, when they hear rape, they're picturing what happens in a dark alleyway. And because that's what's in their head, they can't imagine so and so raping. Because rape is something supposed to be violent, right? And last week, I wanted to talk about the different kind of sexual assault to show you that it's not just that, but I'll leave that for next week. It's not just what happens in the alleyway. You can take people and groom them and coerce them into having sex with you. You can threaten people. And threat is not only with a gun or a knife or what. It's not that. It's not that alone. Some of our abusers, they use the love that we have for them against us. They use that against us. Some of our abusers, for those that's been raped by family members, they use that against us, the fact that we love them. They use that again, they take that and they use that to their advantage. Because they know you love them. So yes, it's been hard, and it's been challenging for me. It's been very, very hard. But I'm working on it. And I'm asking those of you that's on here that can pray, that when you're praying, pray for that on my behalf. In me forgiving and letting go. In me forgiving, releasing them. Because I don't understand. I don't get it. And this is what I'm saying, that the closure needs to happen with me. Because some of these people, they will not apologize. And maybe when they come to apologize, I don't even want it. Because some of them are waiting for the verdict. Some of them are waiting for that verdict. Some of them are waiting to hear guilty or free. But hello, hi. Newsflash, spoiler alert. There's men in jail that are innocent. There are men on the street walking and they're guilty. There's people in the church that ain't Christian and everybody smile with you. Are your friend? I heard this somewhere. I'm quoting it. But we often think that if somebody is innocent, that's the reason why they will walk and they will not get locked up. And we often think that because somebody's walking, they are innocent. And because somebody's in jail, they're criminals. No. Sad to say, and I've stressed it so many times, that look, the legal system is not in our favor. Because God damn it, when we do find a strength and in how we cope all those years with how we've taught our bodies and our minds to cope and to act, sometimes we forget things. Sometimes we forget. And that's also another thing that survivors struggle with, memory loss. That's also something that we struggle with, memory loss. Like, we tend to forget stuff. Read it if you don't believe me. We struggle with that, memory loss. but it's a way for the body to forget that traumatic event. It's a way that your body has developed defending itself, where you forget things. And then you end up start forgetting important information because you want so much to forget about that event, that act that took place on you, that you forget important things. Yeah, it happens. It happens. You forget things. But I want to say too, we have to remember, that people are human. People are human. And Christianity does not take away your feeling. Being a Christian doesn't take away your feeling. As a matter of fact, I think you feel more, you see more, you hear more, you think more when you become a Christian. That doesn't mean that we don't feel anymore. That doesn't mean that when it says, I'm a new creation, all things are passed away, it's not saying that forget about the sexual assault that happens to you. I've heard this so many times in the past. All things are passed away. You're a new creation. It means that your old life, your old ways, that's gone, that's behind you. Not the fact that you've been traumatized and you're dealing with that trauma. That trauma is going to take a lot of praying, a lot of fasting for you to even, I'm not saying this is the only way to get healing. I'm not saying find Jesus to get healed or be baptized. Jesus helped me. Praying helped me. God helped me. My family that was around me helped me. But I'm not saying this to say find Jesus and you'll be healed. I'm not by no means saying that. Or pushing baptism or anything like that down your throat. Just to be clear. But I'm saying this, that becoming a Christian doesn't mean that you don't longer feel. Becoming a Christian doesn't mean that the trauma that you have gone through is going to erase or disappear. It doesn't mean that. And we always quote that part of the song or the whatever to say, okay, let it go now, move on now, it's in the past now. No. A new creation means that the carnal things, the things that you are weak to in the flesh, no longer controls you. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that you forget that your uncle or your father or your mother or whoever, it doesn't mean that you forget that they have sexually assaulted you. It doesn't mean that. It really doesn't mean that. But we often use that in church to ignore the sister that's been raped, or to ignore the brother that's been raped. And then these are the same people we take and put into a marriage. These are the same people that we push to get married. And I don't know about y'all, but marriage counseling, yeah. Sometimes you get married and make up mom and son. Hey, welcome. Sometimes you get married, but because you didn't deal with that past trauma, not everybody is as patient as Andre Child. Not everybody. Sorry, I have to talk about Andre because that's my husband, and Lord knows he's very patient. Lord knows He's very patient with me and very understanding. But then when you put somebody, or when you quote it, all things are passed away and everything, when you quote that nice cushy scripture, and then this survivor, take that and say, oh yes, all things are passed away, and don't deal with it. When you don't deal with that aspect of the pain, and that person gets married, it shows up into their marriage. Best believe me. It's not always sex why marriage don't work out. It's not always finances why it doesn't work out. It's not always because of infidelity why it doesn't work out. Sometimes you put broken things together. And when you put broken things together, only God can take something that's broken and make it into something beautiful. Now I see a person, let me not say a thing, because now I see them, do those containers, like a broken container, and they take like the gold and put in the middle of it, and that looks very fancy and look very pretty. Just like that container, that's what God has to become in that marriage with that broken man and that broken woman. And then sometimes, because he's broken, she's broken, or she might be broken, or he might be broken, the kids that comes out of that also faces that brokenness and deals with that brokenness. Abused children, broken adults. Always remember that. Abused children, teenagers, adolescent, whatever your age, broken adults. Broken adults. But we are quick to put, you will know of a certain that somebody has been through a trauma like sexual assault. Until that woman or that man deals with that trauma, trust me, it shows up into that marriage. It's going to show up. It's going to show up one way or the other. That's not something that goes away. That's not something that disappears. Along life's journey, we learn to cope better and to deal with it better. Life as we welcome. Maribel, welcome. See my left eye is touching. I don't know if you guys can see that. The Dennis Way, welcome. Welcome. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Dennis Way, welcome. But yeah, guys, I'm not stepping away. I'm still on here, but I just figure I'd talk to you guys a bit while I'm here. Just waiting. All right, guys, I think I'm going to. Hey, Riri, welcome. Oh yeah, my left eye is really jumping. But yeah, we just have to work on ourselves as survivors. Don't expect anything from our predators. Don't expect it. Some of them, like I said, they're decent enough to, realize that, what, something is really wrong with them and come and give you an apology. But for the most part, you won't get one. And I'm saying that because that's what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with not hearing a confession, not hearing no sorry. There's absolutely no remorse, absolutely no remorse whatsoever. You know that my uncle actually apologized to me the other day. I was here one night and I was on the couch and I was talking. I don't remember. I was talking to him or something like that. I don't remember. And I don't remember who was talking to who, but you know what? And I said to him, I think he was going through a rough time, yes, and I was there encouraging him. And I was saying, you know what? Um, not even I said it to him, not even knowing that, not even remembering that, hey, he abused you. But I said, you know what? I said, if I can live through, I was basically just saying, you know, if I can live through sexual assault, if I can live through, you know, family turning their backs on me and this and that, whatever, like I was just there encouraging him. And you know what? He's like, you know what? He's like, I know some years ago I hurt you. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And honestly, guys, like that broke, like I just broke and I started crying. And I'm just like, babe, what's wrong? See, honestly, trust me, they will never, they wouldn't, they won't. They are too proud. They their name, their statue, their leg, their I don't know what kind of legacy you could have being a rapist, but yes, child. Um, whatever they're covering, that means more to them. That means more to them than anything. Some of them are willing to go to hell and replace the devil. Yeah, some of them are ready and willing to go to hell and replace the devil before they apologize. Yeah, that's the stand that a lot of them have taken. Yeah, that's the stand. Why am I not friendly tonight, my love? It's okay, Miss B. I understand. I understand. You're always here. Always. You're always here. But yeah, my uncle, he did a, he's like, I'm so sorry I hurt you. I'm so sorry. And he's like, he wish he could give me a hug right now. And I was like, oh, about that, chap. But yeah, he did apologize. And I think I really did thank him for that. I really did. And it meant so much to hear it. It doesn't take away what he has done, but I'm happy that he admitted to what he has done. I'm happy. And that makes him human. That makes him more human. That means he have a heart. That means there's change, there's place for change and transformation to take place. And I wasn't saying it like I said what I said to him, I said it encouraging him. I didn't say it, hey Tavia, welcome. I said it so that I was encouraging him because this is how I encourage people. I believe that everything that I've gone through is to help somebody else. That's how I look at life. And if you guys, I need to work on that, what our channel is about. But as we said, we want to empower people and encourage people. And there's nothing that is too hard or rough or privilege of my life that I think I can't share it with somebody. I am not my own. I belong to Jesus. And if I've gone through all these things, it must have been a reason. If it didn't kill me, then it's to help somebody else. The scripture says that we are counted for the sheep as a slaughter. And all the day long, this thing called flesh, whatever our flesh goes through, it's so that I've never met a powerful man or woman that did not have a hard past. Or some of these people that we see now, Oprah Winfrey, Maya Angelou, and I don't know so much about Tyler Perry. These are all survivors of sexual assault. But look at them now. And that's why I'm like, you know what, guys, we don't need to let the trauma be the end of us. Be it we're stuck in unforgiveness, we're stuck. And again, let me just say that when I say we're stuck in unforgiveness, I'm not saying this to say you have to, or you need to, or you should. That's not my stance. For me, I want to forgive them. all of them. I forgiven my uncle. That much I could tell you. I have forgiven him because he did apologize. He did apologize. And that's how our mind is set up, that we need to hear an apology before we release that anger or that rage, or we can forgive them. That's a lot of our mentalities. But I am working on the part of he will never admit to what he has done, never admit it. That's where I've gotten. And I've gone as far as say, if you're waiting until you're on your deathbed to say sorry, I don't want it. But I know that there's work that needs to be done. There is work that needs to be done where I'm concerned in releasing him without hearing I'm sorry, or him saying this was not my role in your life. This was not the role I was supposed to play in your life, and I am sorry. I am sorry. Yeah. These scars show up in my life every day. Every day. Some days I'm telling you, when I don't want to get out of my bed, some days I'm so down. Some days I just want to sleep. At nighttime come, I can't sleep at nights. I'm up all hours of the morning. Sometimes 7 o'clock before I'm fall asleep, and then I have to get up at 9 o'clock with my kids. So I take NRG, not promoting beautiful, lovely notes. Love you too, Miss B. So I take the NRG from TLC, and I take the Nutriverse. And that's how I really get through my days. Because the NRG is fat burner. It also gives you energy. I think it burns up to 3,000 calories and stuff like. Anyways, I'm not selling the product. I'm just saying, but like it helps me and gives you mental clarity as well. So like this is what I take throughout my day, and it really helps me to get there. Thank you so much, Time with Rochelle. It really helps me to get there. But for the most part, I'm down and I don't want to get out of bed. I told you guys, like, I got prescription from my doctors for the anxiety. I got one for the anxiety, and I got a different one for the depression. But I till this day haven't filled them. I have not filled them. Because one, I don't want to become dependent on medication. Two, I know that those things, the side effects to them, they're not lovely. They're not lovely. And I don't want to be my best self for my children. I don't want to not be my best self for my children. And that's the reason why I also started my healing journey. Because I realized that this pain, I remember the Sunday when Andre found me curled up in the corner. Some days I go back to that time, that day, and that I don't remember the exact time, but I go back to that Sunday in my mind, and I will see my kids running around and playing and stuff like that, and it will break my heart because I'm like, God, I almost never lived to see this, and that's when I realized that I had to get some help. That's when I realized that no, it hurt. It still hurt me that you deceived me. It still hurt me that you have manipulated me. And I realized that no, this pain was still there. It was still real. And in me doing that, guys, like when I started out this journey, I would be lying if I said I did it for myself. I didn't start this journey out for myself. I started it out for my kids. For my kids. Hey, Queen Shanna Morgan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow. I'm kissing you back because you sent me a kissy face. I didn't start out this journey for myself. I started it out for my kids. The two little people that I love the most in the world. For Abigail and Emmanuel. I started my journey because of them, my journey to healing and getting better. I also didn't want my daughter to face the same fate that my mom did, I did. And I realized the importance of getting my abuser help. I realized it. I realized that it wasn't something that I could say or something that I can do. I realized that it was not something that anybody around could do. And I realized that when somebody commits these kind of acts, they need to be held accountable. And believe me when I say it's not, I'm not the only one. But, I'm working on it. I am working on it. Somebody said something in the comment chat the other day when RJ was sharing, said, you could tell it's true because she remembers everything so clearly. What if I tell you that there's survivors that don't remember anything? They remember bits and pieces, but they don't remember to that grave detail. Yeah, there's survivors out there like that can't remember everything, that don't remember everything, or they only remember bits and pieces of what happened. Yeah. I'm just saying it's not easy. It's not easy. And if you can be there, if you can truly be there for survivors, guys, be there for them. Show up for them. Treat every phone call like it's the last phone call. You never know when somebody's calling you just to see if anybody actually, when that's happening. And because you never know when that time is, you want to treat every second as if it might be your last phone call. You're going to make it, baby. Thank you so much, mommy. Lord knows sometimes I don't feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning. Especially that majority of my support system in terms of family is not here. My mom is in Jamaica. My sisters, well, I only have one sister here really, that actually supports me. But like family, in terms of my family, in terms of blood. Let me put it that way, because I have family that's not blood child. But it's hard because the majority of my family is in Jamaica. That's my mom and my sisters. That's where they are. My cousins, my dad, my dad, like, they're all in Jamaica, or they're in some other part of the world. And I'm talking on my mom's side of family. But yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's really difficult. Like right now, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm I struggle to understand certain things, and in me saying that, because I'm an overthinker sometimes, not all, sometimes, all the time, I overthink, and because I overthink sometimes, that is my worst enemy, and that contributes to my anxiety as well. That doesn't help it, that I overthink things. Sis, I know, I know. I know. I know. Some days I watch my Some days I watch Andre and his daughter, and I'm truly happy. I'm taking my time because I really don't want to cry. I watch Andre and his daughter, and I'm truly happy that she has a father that will show her what real love is, what pure love is. My mom can tell you, if Andre is sick, Abigail is sick. Literally, no kidding. If Abigail is sick, Andre gets sick. That's how close they are. That's how close they are. I will light up. I will light up when it makes my day every day. No, it's the two of them, but it makes my day every day when she sees her dad comes and she runs and she hugs him, and it's a pure hug. It's a real hug. Like I say, guys, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling to understand when I look at that pureness, that realness. I struggle to understand not only the pain, that was inflicted, but I struggle to understand how far they have gone. I struggle. I don't understand when people say we come forward because we're looking attention or we're trying to look clout. People, there's no clout in this. There's no attention seeking in this. I am 33 years old, and there's still a little girl in me trying to understand and figure out why. Why? I don't understand why. This man would rather have me killed before he confessed. It's easier for his it's easier for him to stand up, sit down, lie down, and listen to people call me names and label me, and you were supposed to love me. I yeah, like I said, guys, I'm just trying to, as I'm on the live, I didn't know that I would be in me talking about processing that it would lick me like this. But yeah, I remember wishing on every star I saw that went through the sky. I want to come to Canada. But guys, if you can pray, keep me in prayers. I really want to get over. I really want to forgive. I really want to forgive them. I I really want this little girl that's inside of me that um didn't get that love that she deserved, that she was supposed to get. That little girl, guys, I was with my mom until I was 16 years old. 16. Up until 16, I fantasized. Yes, I'm a couple of times, but I fantasized about who he was. And then all the times we spoke on the phone, and just how, okay, so another story. I think I was 12 or 13, just getting boobs and stuff like that. But when he came, when he came to visit, I didn't have any. Wasn't wearing no bra. I was just, go freelance, whatever. So I had on a top, and everywhere I went, the Jamaican man, them and all of that, whatever, cat calling, that kind of stuff. So he got upset and he said to his wife that, go get her some bra and cover her up. And like he got really mad that these men were cat calling after me and whatever. And I just always thought I was safe. As long as he was around, I needed nobody else. I was safe. I was protected. I always thought that. To be at this point now, where I have to be accepting an apology that I would never receive. Accept a confession that I will never get. Yeah, it's extremely hard. It's hard. It's hard, guys. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. And then I'm not only processing that, but I'm processing how people sleep at night after they continually tear me down knowing what they know. I don't know how they sleep. I don't know how they sleep. Life with Manda, hi, welcome. I don't know how they sleep. But yes, guys, let me just try to take my mind off of that for a second. Oh, so yeah, I will be continuing. I'm not gonna stand here any longer. I'm not. I don't like I'm in the mental right now. But yeah, I will be continuing this next week. I will be discussing the different kind of sexual assault. I didn't cover those, so next week that's what we'll be discussing. Please, guys, come with your questions. All right? If you have any questions for me right now, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Oh yeah, and another thing, I am not weak because I don't think I'm crying because crying is not weakness. It's not weakness. It's just that, I don't, because it's seen as a sign of weakness, I don't like it. But it's not weakness. So I don't like to cry. I don't like to cry. So that's why I keep saying I don't want to cry, But yeah. Anyways, guys, I didn't. Just emotions. Yes, bro. Right, that's all right. Right there, so. Right there, so. I love you too, Tanisha. Yeah, you're right. No, like I came on here to say, if I should continue with this topic, and I started just talking about where I'm in my healing journey, and in me saying that, I guess it triggered me the wrong way just now. It really does trigger me. It really does trigger me. Because the thing about me, in spite of all that has happened, everything that he has said, everything that he's doing, has done, and continues to do, there's still moments in my heart where I'm angry because I still feel love where he's concerned. I still feel love where he's concerned. I don't want to love him. I don't want to. I want to hate him. Last year, when one of his bishop friends, not bishop friends, this bishop guy, I knew they were close. And when I heard, this is after, all the tear down and the allowing people to demonize me, him demonizing me, and all of that. When I heard that the man died, I started worrying about him. And I said, God, he must be so hurt right now. I'm talking about my abuser, yes. And sometimes I'm like, God, like, why? Why? Like, I don't want to. I don't want to feel any love for him. Me no want feel. Me no want feel. Me just want to feel cool. No, I don't want to feel nothing. I went so last year when I was being provoked and provoked and provoked, and I was sharing when I went up to Wilson subway station. I drove on the bus and I went up there and I wanted to kill myself. I was waiting for the train to come and none would come, and I shared that. And his reply was that I'm looking for attention. After he knows the pain that he caused. So, yeah, I don't want to love him. I don't want to. I don't want to consider him. And this is me just feeling what I feel. Anyways, guys, yeah, um, hey, Rasta Empress, good night. But guys, I'm gonna end the live. I remember saying to mommy one time, I said, Mommy, like, why him? Why did it have to be him? Like I say, guys, of course, the assault hurts. Of course, it hurt. But is this okay? I don't understand. I don't understand when a parent don't love a child. I don't get it. And if I'm honest, that's something that's been hard for me to accept. That's something that's been hard for me to accept. That he doesn't love me. He never did. And that's why I admire the relationship that Abigail and her dad have so much. Well, I admire the relationship with him and his kids, period, but just the daughter and father bond. I really admire their relationship. And I'm glad that my daughter won't have to go through the pain that I did. I'm happy. I remember the other day when I met and my auntie messaged me and she's like, I used to think that you were crazy. Because that's what they said. This is while I was being sexually assaulted and isolated. And from then until now, from then until now, I'm just having a moment. I'm just having a moment. I will be back next week. I know that I was just being triggered. I was just triggered. That's what's happening. But I will be back next week. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay, guys. Good night. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Please keep in prayer if you can pray. And Miss Tara, thank you so much. I see that. I see that. I didn't know that. Oh, Jesus. But hey, if you're a survivor and you're out there, I love you. And even days like these when we break down and we cry, it's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. I'm just doing this. Well, I'm just so happen to be in my life and everybody's seeing it, but this is what happens. You're a strong queen. Take all the moments you need. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. God got you a fighter. It's okay. Thanks, Mama. Thank you so much, Mommy and Deck. Thank you. Thank you. All right. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Remember to be kind. You never know what somebody's going through. And spread the love. Spread the love. I will see you guys on Tuesday.